When you are buying a home, there's something called a contingency to be aware of. A contingency clause means that there are certain requirements that must be met for the contract to be binding. If the terms of the contingency aren't met, then the contract might end. Sometimes these are described as if-then scenarios. For example, if you sell your home, then you'll buy somebody else's. When you find a home that you want to buy, it usually starts with a purchase offer that you present to a seller that they accept. When the seller eventually accepts your offer, the contingencies may be attached to that offer. Contingencies are included in your real estate contract. The following are the most common contingencies that you need to be aware of. The first one is selling your current home. One common contingency is that your offer might be based on whether or not you're successful in selling your existing home. These clauses are usually based on a certain time frame, which might give you 30 to 60 days to sell. Then after that time frame, if your home doesn't go under contract, then the contract ends. If you are buying a home in a down market, then this might be more feasible. If you're trying to buy a house in a very hot or competitive market, this is going to make it hard for you compared to other buyers. The next one is appraisals. An appraisal contingency is a protection for you as a buyer. It's meant as a way to make sure that the property is valued at a specific minimum amount. If the property you want to buy doesn't appraise for at least what's specified or what the purchase price is, you can terminate the contract. In many cases, you can also get your earnest money deposit back. The next thing are inspections. It's always recommended that you have a professional inspector check out the property before you buy it. An appraisal is different from this. An appraisal is a value that's for the lender and is required for underwriting. An appraisal doesn't look at the physical condition of a home as much as factors that play into the specific role in its value. If you are looking for a home in a hot market, you might agree to not have an inspection at all, just to make your offer more competitive. The next one is a financing contingency. With a financing contingency, also sometimes called a mortgage contingency, you have the time to obtain financing you'll need to purchase the home. If you can't get the financing, then this leaves you with the ability to get out of the contract and still get your earnest money back and refunded to you. With a financial contingency, usually the contract will outline a certain number of days that you have as a buyer to get financing. Then you have up till that day to terminate or extend your contract if you have a challenge with getting financing to where you can buy more time for yourself. Otherwise, the contingency is considered automatically waived, and you have to buy the property even without a loan. What's important to realize is that yes, if you're buying a home, contingencies can be a very important way to protect yourself. And at the same time, you need to be smart about how you use them because too many contingencies can cause your offer to become rejected. If you're buying a home in a very competitive market, sellers aren't going to want to deal with a very big laundry list of contingencies. Even if you can't raise your offer in a multiple offer situation, what you can do is eliminate some kind of contingencies to make yourself more attractive as a buyer. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully this information was very helpful.